when we went into the ward, I heard this little boy screaming, crying out, calling for his mom, calling for his dad. So we walked in there, we found that they're dressing his foot. And it is unbelievable to see that snake bites can cause such damage to a human body.
The carpet viper itself, it's like such terrain, like Sahel grassland with low grasses. That's what we call Sahel grassland, with the rocks. You know, especially in Kaltungo here, you see, if you see the terrain, you see it's sandy. And the sandy means it's the pebble of the rocks that breaks off. That's a withering. So the snake, they don't burrow holes. So they lay their eggs under these pebbles of the rocks. And during April, that is heat period, the sun incubates the eggs and it will just hatch. So the condition is favorable for them. And it's not a forest, it's not, there's no much grass. It's dry grass, dry land. So they like dry land, they don't like marshy areas. So that's why you see in around Kaltungo, or where there is hill, like Plateau, Kaltungo, Taraba, and part of Borno, that's the southern part of Borno.
I, for one, was a victim. And my brother, too, was a victim. My brother was bitten by a snake, and he nearly died. But this occasion, when I came to Nigeria 2009, I went to see the chief of Kaltungo just to pay him a visit. And then when I got there, he was telling me about the problems of the snakes, that a lot of people were dying because they run out of the snake, anti-snake venom.
I was also a snake bite victim when I was a child. When I came, I thought the person that came into my mind was to find out of tackling this snake issue here in Kaltungo and its surroundings. So the first thing I did here was to wage war on the snakes. I paid a ransom of 100 naira for each snake that has been brought here to the palace, whether alive or dead. We did this one for 3 years. And then a professor came from UK and told us to stop killing the snakes. He said if we continue to kill them, they won't find any snakes to produce the anti-snake venom with. So they will run out of raw materials. And Kaltungo down here happens to be a center for snake bite treatment.
This is 8 beds capacity, but now we have floor cases, about 4. So there are about 12 people down here.
I'm a civil servant, but I farm. So that day, I went to farm. I went to look for my farm. So as I want to cut grass, so I cut it with the hoe and put my hand to remove the grass. So something shook me. So as I look at under the grass, I saw the snake. So I know that it was that snake that bit me. So I killed the snake.
Lokacin da na je gona ya kai irin karfe 12. Da na je na zauna gindi tashe na yi addu'a na tashi ina sara inda zan sa wake. Da zan yi sara sai na ji abu a kafa na. Da na ji abu a kafa na sai na sa ido a kasa na gan jini a kafa na. Sai na kalli gaba na sai na gan macijin sai na kashe. Da na kashe sai na sa ihu makwabta na sai suka gudo suka zo suka daure kafan. Daga wurin sun sa neman mashin.
As you have seen one case like this from Alkaleri, 6 days, a small girl. She has this thing, subconjunctival bleeding and all these things because of lateness. So this compound the problem, lateness. And the problem is due to access road, due to the terrain of the village, because of creeks and rivers. When it overflows, especially during rainy season, it's very difficult. Like today, you see very few patients that came. It doesn't mean that there are no patients, but because it rained yesterday somewhere, and you will see them tomorrow, they will cross. They will cross tomorrow and this place will be filled up. Because my average here, average daily patient is 9. So I don't see why we will not have 9 today. They will come. But because of the terrain.
Another problem I observed was when I spoke with the doctor, is to do with the anti-venom drugs, which even though they have short supply, but they have problem of safekeeping. They need more dedicated staff who will take over the job of this doctor if he's away. His main fear was if he's away, they may sell the drugs. The next one is the storage of the drugs. They need electricity supply all the time, which of course is something that you cannot find electricity supply in Nigeria all the time. They use a small generator, which is not enough for him to maintain the drug at the required temperature. So what they are thinking, what they want is they need a solar system. If a solar system can be installed there, it will help with the storage of the drugs. I still can't believe a child will go through this suffering, he's going through. If we have proper treatment, medical treatment for this boy, he would have been, better. We are not even sure whether that foot is going to be amputated, or we are praying that he's going to heal from the sickness.